Ah yes, the golden age of piracy. The mid-1600s to early 1700s was the era for pirates and their adventures, and over time their exploits became a thing of legend and romanticised in stories, film, music, and of course video games. Sea of Thieves is no exception in trying to capture that vision by having you and other people explore a fictional set of islands, doing what romanticised pirates do, such as searching for treasure, attacking other ships, and just exploring in general for the next big adventure, which I guess is why Sea of Thieves is considered an action-adventure game. In Sea of Thieves, you play the role of a pirate, and together with friends, you sail the open seas. The game is designed to be played cooperatively, and whether you and your friends decide to take on maps where you need to search for treasure, or kill an undead crew, or other players, is entirely up to you. The game was originally released back on the 20th of March 2018, and with the amount of content it had at the time, it didn't do so great. With the release of the anniversary update on the 30th of April 2019, a lot of new stuff was added to the game, such as Tall Tales, a story element to the game, and the Arena, a PvP or player vs player mode, which pitted teams of pirates against one another. But is that enough to make the game worth playing? Or well, more or less, is the game any good? Find out in The Good. Personally, I enjoyed the social aspect of the game. I spent my time in Sea of Thieves with a couple of friends, and many hours were wasted just simply hunting for chests, exploring the different islands, and of course, fishing. Throw in a couple of other things such as fighting ships with actual skeleton crew, megalodon sharks, as well as the Kraken, and you easily have an afternoon of, dare I say it, fun. While sailing the seas, there's more to just steering a ship. Depending on the size of your crew, you can choose larger ships, and there's things such as the angle and lengths of your sails, as well as the wind direction to account for. There's also the need to drop anchor, as well as cooking and storage functions. If your ship gets damaged, players will need to bucket water out of the ship and repair any holes that appear using planks. Some of the chests that you can pick up have little twists to them, such as making you walk like a drunk while carrying the chest, or crying to try and sink you when you're out on the high seas. The amount of cooperation is certainly something I can get behind. Even the arena encourages cooperative teamwork in order to collect chests, cash them in, and fend off other pirate ships and crew, and I really enjoyed the time I'd spent in it. I also liked the addition of the Tall Tales. Having a little bit of story around killing skeletons and finding treasure does give more substance to the game. I also enjoy solving the riddles that you can find on some maps, and it really adds to the charm that the game offers. Just don't stay on the volcano islands too long. We learnt that one the hard way. Your rewards and spoils that you cash in goes towards purchasing skins for your equipment, weapons or clothes. I think this was a good idea as it keeps everyone on a level playing field. Nonetheless, even with the new anniversary update, not everything is good, so let's look at what wasn't so good with the bad. Despite all the additional content that the anniversary update brought, the game still loses its appeal fairly quickly. There's only so many islands you can go to, chests to dig up, skeletons to fend off, and rewards to cash in. And I can't say I'd had much interest or any fun talking to most NPCs, as I felt that they didn't really contribute much to things, and are more or less just there for decoration. In true pirate fashion, you're also at risk from other players attacking your ship and trying to take your stuff, especially key story items. But on the other hand, you also have the opportunity to do that as well. But personally, I don't see any gain from it, as the rewards are just for cosmetic items, so attacking other players and being a thorn on their side to them is, I guess, just doing what a pirate does best. The only other complaint I have, and it's more or less a personal gripe, is that I feel that the explosive barrel's blast radius is too big. When encountering an explosive barrel, particularly one held by a skeleton, most of the time I'm unable to get away and the blast radius either kills me or severely injures me. More the first over the second, and I think reducing the radius would certainly make things more manageable. With that though, we've reached the end of what wasn't so good, so let's move on to the opinion. Sea of Thieves is a very pretty game. It captures the atmosphere of stereotypical pirates quite well, and playing with friends will certainly enhance the experience. The Tall Tales adds a story element to the game and gives you purpose, but the appeal doesn't last too long if you finish the Tall Tales, as there's only so much you can do. I didn't like the blast radius of the explosive barrels, but that's just my thoughts on them. Other people might find them just fine. I didn't come across many bugs with the game, but when we did, we thought it was hilarious. One thing I did enjoy is sharing the stories and adventures I had with my friends, and that's the real charm of it. The game has certainly gotten better with the anniversary update, and is definitely a lot more fun with friends, though I think the game still feels a little bit unfinished and empty. If you like open exploration games, then this is something definitely worth checking out. Especially when Xbox Game Pass is on sale for $1, that's probably the best time to pick it up. So with that, it's time for my rating. I would give Sea of Thieves Captain Feathersword from the Wiggles out of 10. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next Infinite Backlog review. If you enjoyed today's review, feel free to check out some of our other videos and subscribe for more. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram and our Facebook page. Once again, thank you for watching.